Hello friends and welcome back to My Hobby Home. My name is Cathy. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. I'm starting Day 1 off with a little shopping haul. We have a bag here, but I'm going to start off by showing you we're also doing a project. We are doing the Snow Globe Winter Journey. This come in our Jenny's Countdown to Christmas. This is our Day 1 project. We have this panel here that we will be cutting down into that pattern. So in order for me to do this pattern, I needed to get a few different pieces. I needed 1.5 yards of background fabric. I needed 3/8 yard for inner border, 2/3 yard outer border, 2/3 yard of binding, and 2 3/4 yards backing. I think I have fabric that I'm going to use for the backing, so I did not purchase that. But let me show you what I got. This right here. Now, I had to go to Michael's. They did not give me a bag when I was leaving, did not even try to put these in a bag. And we had to look for someone to cut the fabric. I went and told a young lady we needed somebody to cut some fabric. We stood there, and then another lady went and found another woman on her phone back in the floral area. So that's what we deal with our local Michaels. They really are not very customer service centered. But I found a whole bolt, which is only 8 yards of Kona white. It says 25 feet. It doesn't say 25 inches, but I know, well, this is probably a 40. Let me look at the other end. This is Kona, 8 yards, 44 inches. I like using Kona as my background fabric. This is what I've been using on everything that I use the white as a background fabric. And it's always Kona. So I got this. Let me see what I got this for. And y'all, Michael's never has a sale on their fabric. And if they do, I somehow miss it. But I don't like going in there for fabric. The Kona was $7.49 a yard, which is regular price. And I just told them, I said, don't even open it. I want all 8 yards because I don't want nobody to butcher it. The next thing I got is this is called Blue Porcelain. Oh, wait. It said coupon, get item 15% off. I didn't see any coupons in my account, but I got that for $50.93, so I saved $9. Hey, we'll take it. This is called Blue Porcelain. There was only 2 yards on this. And I'm going to tell you, they just threw it back on the bolt. And I had even measured it. And this is Premium Quilt Blenders Blue Porcelain Rose Scroll. It's 44 inches. I got this one here, $4.99 a yard. Isn't that beautiful? This is going to be my outer border on this quilt. But this is my outer border. Got it for $8.48 for 2 yards. I saved $1.50 on that. And I should be emptying these bolt boards really soon. So, because I need almost that full 2 yards for this quilt. The next thing that I had is swirls on light blue. This is $3.99 a yard. It's not really, it's stiff. It does have some pearl look to it. It's got some shimmer on it. Let's see what it's called. Basic Quilt Blenders, Swirls on Light Blue Glitter. Yeah. it's also 44 inches. See if that will catch the glimmer there. I don't know if you can catch the glimmer in it, but it is real shiny fabric. And I got this. It was 1.625 yards. I didn't need a full yard. I didn't need 1.625 yards. But I'm like, just leave it on the board. Whatever's on the board, I'll take the whole thing. Got this for $5.51. I saved 97 cents on that one. So those were the 3 things that I got at Michael's to work on this pattern. Now on the back of this, it does say the fabric requirements is enough to do the wall hanger and the table topper. So the next thing that I did a little shopping haul, guys. I went to Kohl's because my daughters my children had gotten me a purse for Christmas. This is the little purse they got me. They know they were tired of seeing me carry my keys around, and I'll show you what I have. This here has this hook on it, and it had one of them rubber things you put on your wrist. Well, this had all my keys. It had my cards and everything in here. So I always carried this with me, and they were tired of seeing me carry this around. So, I took the little keychain that I think it was Soft Squares that we got a little keychain. And this is a beautiful little purse. It's a Coach. They know I love Coach. And so I thought, well, I don't have a wallet that will fit in here. I have a bag that has all my wallets in it. My hobo's too big. My Dooney and Burke is too big. My Michael Kors is too big. So I was like, because when I purchase a purse, I always get a wallet to go with it. So I was on the hunt for a wallet. Now, I did find a wallet at Kohl's, but while I was at Kohl's, I did a little shopping, guys. And I'm going to tell you, I saved, let me find my savings. I saved $26.80. Now, I can remember back in the day going to JCPenney's and hitting their sale, and like I saved more than what I paid. And I was like, I technically got this free, but you know, you didn't. So the first thing I got that I thought was cute was for Christmas. I got this cute little headband with this big bow. I may wear it a time or two, or I may give it to my granddaughter. Now, we ain't going to talk about how much that was, because that was ridiculous. Yeah, that thing was like $18, but I didn't pay but $7.20 for it. Now, this is the little wallet that I got, because I just wanted a little wallet that snapped shut, have the credit card holders, your driver's license, and a bill section here for your paper money, and then a coin wallet. I really wanted one that had a kiss lock on it, but the kiss lock was too thick for my purse. It would have not fit real well. But this was $15 regular. I saved $2 off of that. I love that little thing, and it matches the purse. You see the colors? They look real close together. I love that. And guys, I don't know why, but I always run through their clothes and I feel the clothes. I touch them. Well, I felt this shirt and I was like, oh my goodness, that is so soft. And I'm so happy I did. The only one they had on the rack was my size. And it was $15. So this is just a Sonoma. It is so soft, guys. But look at the details on the sleeves there. I love that. I don't know if that's just... Oh, it actually snaps. That's cool. Yeah, it does actually snap. But it is so soft. It is super soft. And I think I'm getting fuzz off of me onto it. But... guys, that is beautiful. I love that color. So, I got that for, I think 14. Let me find it. No, it was on sale for $14.99. I got it for $11.99. You can't beat these kind of deals right now, guys. I'm telling you. And that's kind of why when I go in a store, I look at things that I might not normally look at just because. But that's my little shopping haul. So now what I'm going to do is take my fabrics, cut them down, and we'll get started on project number 1 for day 1 of Vlogmas. It's the Missouri Star Quilt Company's Jeannie's Countdown to Christmas Project 1. And it's called Snow Globe Winter Journey. Okay, friends. So now we're back. I took a break. And we just got off of the premiere of the Destash. Guys, and I just got finished. Let's see, it's almost 6:45. And the Destash was at 3. And it went a little over an hour long. And for those that was having trouble getting in, I'm so very sorry. I don't know what might have happened there. I had one in particular saying she couldn't comment, so I'm so sorry. But if you're interested in maybe buying something, you can email me and I will send the list of things that has not been claimed. Now, these things can change as people decide to, if they decide if they want something extra or they want to let go of what they've claimed. That is a possibility. But what I'm doing now is I am taking this panel here and I am going to be cutting the red off of it, because I have to cut these into little pieces. So I'm hoping I do this right. I've never done one of these. You cannot see it. Let me see if I can get you where you can see it. Okay, I'm kind of cutting my head off, but that's okay too. So I am going to start by cutting the red strips off of this, because I think that is the first step of the pattern here. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay this out here, get my ruler just right next to that line. But for everyone that came to the Destash, thank you so much for coming. Y'all can see I've got stuff stacked here. It is a matter of getting through all of this. And I will be getting through all of it. And I will be destashing a lot of it. So we're going to cut that. I'm cutting all of the red strips off. Y'all see I have my other fabric over here that I still have to cut too. So friends, but we are getting on at least the day 1 of this. And as I said, it's like 6:45 almost here. So I'm not going to keep sewing very long tonight. I'm just going to do a little bit. Get some cutting done. Probably won't even get into, well, I don't know. I could, because the first step, no, I'm cutting everything first. I know, I'm all over the place, aren't I? Let me get this straight out there on my table. And I know some people are probably going, why don't you just stand up and cut? Because I'm sorry, my back hurts. My back hurts. And so I've learned to adjust to what I can do, and that is sit and cut. Whoop. That is not going straight. But I think today, when y'all see this, I think the quilt shop is closed today. I need to get my quilts over there to put in the quilt show. Miss Sheila had told me I had a certain one that she would like to see me put in it, and that's the one I'm going to put in it. It's one of the very first quilts that I did. Oh, got to make sure I get all of that off. I did it actually at a retreat with Kristen at I See Stars Quilting. So it is the Starly by Cotton and Joy. That's who the pattern is by. I think that's who the pattern is by. Either that's where I got it or that's who created the pattern. So right now what I am doing is trimming fabric, cutting fabric. Just trying to get ready to make this quilt. And I am just not a good cutter, I'm guessing. I'm not. And I know I'm not. I'm not a very good cutter. And I know it's probably because I am sitting down. But I'm not going to worry about it because we got plenty of these things to do. And I know I've got to find my ruler. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting this down. And I know I'm probably not supposed to be showing y'all this. But how I say it, if you don't have the panel, I just put that in front of me so nobody can say anything. You have to have the panel to do this. So I'm hoping that they won't say anything because you have to have the panel. But I am measuring out. I need 14 of these. Oh, my heat has kicked on and it has gotten warm. Yes, you notice I have a different shirt on than in the beginning of the video. My sister and I had just come back from doing a little bit of shopping that I needed to do for this project. And I had a sweater on because it's a little chilly outside. And no, it's not quite what some of y'all are having. We're not getting snow. We just get rain and cold. But right now here, it's probably about the lower 50s right now. That's about where it's been all day. And I know that's not cold. But when you've been having 70 and 80 degree days, that's a little chilly. I think I have 8. Now, I will have to trim them down to the right thickness, you know, because this is not the right thickness. It's got the selvage on it. This is Snow Globe Winter Journey. Yeah, it says Missouri Star Quilt Company. So, I think this will only be 12 right here. I'll have those little pieces left. But friends, did you get your box? Are you starting your projects? This one here, I was really hoping to be able to have, to get it done because it is the first day of Vlogmas. And I wanted to kick it off right with a fabulous project. But guys, other things called. And we did. And to those that was in the Destash, I know I've said thank you already, but thank you once again. I do want you to know that as of probably about 6:30, if you had emailed me after that, I have not seen the emails because I will start invoicing again today when you see this at probably about 5:30. That's right after I get home from work. So just bear with me. I do work a full-time job as well. So, it's not always, I can't always do it during the day. Well, I can't do it during the day at all because I am at work. And, at work, they pay me to work, so I work when I'm at work, and I don't do this. Although I'm counting the minutes until I get off work, until I can come home and do this, because I so enjoy it. But the invoices, if you have not received an invoice, as of right now, I have a few that still have not sent me an email. If you have not sent me an email with your mailing address in it, please go ahead and do so because I cannot calculate shipping without a zip code. These things are not automatically put into a system, and invoices, I do all of this by hand. And if someone emails me, I do like to stop and take a moment to answer any questions that that person may have, because the more I communicate, this is how I feel about it. The more I communicate with a prospect on purchasing any of my items, the more I'm able to communicate, the less apt we are to have a misunderstanding, or, an order that I'm thinking is going out, getting ready to be going out, and the person has expressed their wish to cancel that transaction. So, and that way I could put it in my next Destash. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and have another Destash pretty soon. And when I say pretty soon, like another week or two. And the reason I say that is because anything that did not sell in this one will go into the next one. And maybe those that had technical difficulties, maybe we've figured out what is going on. I know I've had that before, and my chat was actually in a different location than what I anticipated it being. So I don't know. But I do know that if you tried to comment after 4 o'clock, it might have already been over, and YouTube might have been processing it, because they do check all of those, and they're wanting to make sure that everything is safe, and we want them to do that. We're okay with that, because I want YouTube to be a safe place for everyone, and it's not always. But now we're looking at today. We are working on the Jenny's Countdown to Christmas. This is the day 1 project, or day 1 of unboxing. I unboxed mine already, but I know Jenny unboxed hers day 1 today. So let's see what we have here. Now we have to cut 14 of these out. I know I want that one. And it looks like there is plenty to do. It did say there was enough to do both the wall hanger and the table runner. So we have to fussy cut. So I have to find my center here. That's my center. I'm wondering if there is an easier way to cut this. I think there has to be. I think I'm going to try to do it in rows. Let me get my ruler back out here. Get our pieces out of the way. So what I'm going to do is cut these in rows and then fussy cut them, because I can tell where I want my center. And we'll try to get it to where I'm not so far away from it. Till that's where I want my center. So that's what I'm having to do, is find the center of each of my panels and kind of line up on that. So this actually makes it a lot easier to do your panel, because I was wondering, how in the world am I going to fussy cut all of this? But it looks like they're all kind of, and they give you things that help you line it up, actually, which kind of shocks me. And I know I keep pushing my, you gotta line that up, center that, and center that. So this is really, I think I've only done like 1, maybe 2 other panels, but we weren't cutting anything on them. You just took the panel and you added to the panel. I now have my 14 fussy cuts. So let's see what our next thing that we need to cut, because I may not need all of this right now. I don't know if I have, it calls for 1.5 yards background. I don't know if I have a full 1.5 on this. But if I don't, I just bought another one. I may have 1.5 on this. But we are going to be cutting some strips. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold this up and start cutting my strips. Okay, this is one reason why I don't do the Missouri Star patterns, because they are so wonky. But, I mean, they're detailed. It's just a lot of extras to it. So, that's okay, though. We're going to get it, and we're going to take care of it, and we're going to do it. So, let me just get my strip here. I'm trying not to push those other bolts off my table. So, I need to cut a total of 12 sashings. I guess this is a sashing here. It's the smallest sashing I've ever seen. Now, it says what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the last 2 out of the next strip. That's what I'm going to do. I've got extra fabric here. I don't need to put that over there because this is my keeping fabric. I have a spot for my keeping fabric and a spot for my extra fabric. So now we have these cut into our sashings. Put my fabrics with my fabrics I'm keeping. And then let's see, so now we've got to cut this into 2 strips. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Y'all, I've never done this like this. But this is how it's showing to do it. So that's what I'm doing. Maybe I'll learn something. So guys, what are y'all most excited about for the Vlogmas? I always love seeing all the things everybody does. I know I've said I watch a lot of homesteaders. And yes, I love watching those because most of them have like cooking and what they do preparing. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to get ready for the cold. I'm preparing my soup recipes. So we've got 2 longer sashings right there. But friends, I think I'm going to call it a night. It's already 7:30. I'm tired. But we've got started on our first project in the Jenny's Countdown to Christmas box. So y'all stay tuned. I will have you an update on everything. Also, this evening. This evening. So I keep forgetting. You guys are getting this video at 9 a.m. in the morning. And this evening at 5 p.m. you will receive updates on what has been going on, where I'm at on some things. I'll give a little information on the Destash. We do have things left over. I will jump over here in just a little bit and check, and I'll make sure to include that in our updates. But friends, we're still cutting the fabric, but I hope you're joining along with me, at least cutting something and sewing something. But give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, guys.